Hello, students. Yesterday we started the grammar in part or in Unit 5. Our grammar lesson was about adverb clauses. Now these adverb clauses, we divided them into, or clauses in general, we divided them into two parts. The first one is a dependent clause, and we compared it to a small baby. Just remember that it can't stand by its own. The meaning is not complete. And actually, we have here the adverb clause is a kind of dependent clause. And the other one, which is an independent clause, we compared it to a strong young man. And here it has a complete meaning and it can stand by its own. These two clauses, I can join them together and make them one sentence using these conjunctions. And then we discussed the conjunction part, and we said that there are four parts. We have something that gives information of reason, or condition, or purpose, or place. After that, yes, now we have the exercise in the book. Now here, the exercises, they are a little bit long, and something is based on answers formed there are module answers for them, and some are you can give other replies. So we're going to do the ones that have a basic module answer. The first one, match the main clauses and the adverb clauses to form sentences. Use correct punctuation, meaning that we are going to use the comma if we need the comma. Now here we have the first one. We have the first one is done, actually. We have C. Now let's see 2. She can't use that brand of makeup. So we're going to see what goes with it. We have energetic. We have something about a paper tonight. C is done. We have here because she is allergic to it. Where I can get the best prices. And you should have an annual checkup. So we have here about makeup. Yes. So we have here it's going to be D because she's allergic to it. We are talking about a she, the pronoun. Even if you are in perfect health, you have here something that is connected with health. And we can see that F, there is an annual checkup, which means that our answer here is going to be F. I shop. And we'll see what do we have. We can say that, yes, E has something about prices. So we have here this one. I'll come to the picnic tomorrow only if I finish. So there is a condition in B. And the last one, since I started exercising, I feel so much more energetic. Now we are done with this part. The other part here is to just make sure of our punctuation. How am I going to do that? I'm going to first just see where is the conjunction in the part. Now we have here the first one. I'm going to see the conjunction in C. Yes, okay, so we have here, so that is the conjunction. And then the second one, she can't, and then we have here in D, because is also a conjunction here. We have 3, even if, yes, from the start, even if is the conjunction. 4, I shop, and we said where. I'll come to the picnic tomorrow, only if. And the last one, since I started from the start, we have here since. Now we agreed if the conjunction is in the middle of the sentence, you don't have to put a comma. And the opposite is correct. So we have here, since we have the conjunction in the beginning of the sentence, in some examples, I'm only going to put the comma in these examples, which means that we have here number 3, even if there's a comma, and then we're going to complete. Since I started exercising, there's a comma, and we're going to complete. So if you have your conjunction in the middle, you don't need the comma. Okay, after that, complete each sentence with a word or phrase from the box. In some cases, more than one answer is possible. Now, I want you just to see here the words, and you are going to put the conjunctions that you have here in the box, and you are going to see if there is more than one answer. Because actually, there are some examples that accept more than one answer. Now you're going to read them. We have here the first one, the first blank. It runs tomorrow. The parade will still happen. Number 2, it is important to wear your seatbelt. Just take a look at it. We have here, you don't get hurt in an accident. People vote and have an impact on their government. The football game had to be canceled. Blank the heat. He goes, his little brother follows him. And we have here, he's working in a prestigious law firm and he wears sophisticated clothes. So we have here the first one. There's raining, there's a parade that will be happening. Here you can give 2 meanings, which means that I can use 2 conjunctions. You can say either, even if it rains tomorrow, the parade will still happen. And you can also say, unless it rains tomorrow, the parade will still happen. So here you can see there are different meanings. The second one, it is important to wear your seatbelt. You don't get hurt in an accident. There is a purpose here. Now we have here a purpose, which means that I'm going to see, and what do we have here for a purpose? I can answer, so that you don't get hurt in an accident. 3, people vote have an impact on their government. Also, there is a kind of purpose or a reason. We can say that we have here, in order to. And then we have number 5, he goes, his little brother follows him. So we can say going places. So I want a conjunction that refers to a place. We can say the last one. We have here, wherever he goes. Or sorry, number 4, I skipped it. We have here, the football game had to be canceled because of the heat, a reason, and then wherever he goes. And the last one we have here, there are 3 possible answers. So just take a look here and see the meaning. We have here the first one, he's working in a prestigious law firm. He wears sophisticated clothes. So we can answer either because he's working in a prestigious law firm, or you can say since he's working, or you can say now that he is working. Okay, after that, combine each pair of sentences using the appropriate word or phrase. I'll buy an electronic book reader. I won't buy if it is too expensive. Now, they put at the end of the sentence 2 conjunctions. Either there is a word or a phrase. Both of them are conjunctions. And here you are going to choose the most suitable one. You are going to combine, which means that you are going to match them, or you are going to just make them into one sentence, joining. We have our example. I'll buy an electronic book reader unless it's too expensive. Now we're going to start. We're going to use a map sentence, and the other one, we have no idea how to get there. So I know that we have here 2 sentences because there are full stops. The conjunctions given are since and so that. So here I'm going to just use one. Since we have no idea how to get there, we're going to use a map. And note that I changed the full stop into a comma to join the sentences together. The second one. A new leader has been elected. Things are starting to change. We have here unless or now that. We can say now that a new leader has been elected, things are starting to change. Let's see the one after that. We have here, she takes her electronic dictionary with her. She takes it to each place she goes. And we have here, unless or wherever, she takes her electronic dictionary with her wherever she goes. Now these are just examples. You can just complete and see the rest. You can complete it and just combine the way that we did it. Now we have here, complete the sentences with your own ideas. This exercise here is a free answer for you. You can choose whatever answer you want relating to the adverb clause that we have. So now that I have more time, global warming will continue unless we have here, if I found, in case you need, wherever you go, and unless you have a passport. All of the 5 examples, they have their conjunctions, which means that they are all dependent clauses, and you are going to complete them with whatever you feel that it is suitable, and you can give your free answer. Also, after that, we have here, look at the TV commercial for toothpaste. Imagine what the man is saying. Write a script for the commercial using some of the words from the box. Now here, you can just use your imagination and think about a commercial. Now the commercial here, just remember the storyboard. Remember how you were the producer or the writer, and imagine that you are going to make a commercial. You are going to use the conjunctions that you have here and try to make a whole script for the commercial. You can give purpose, you can give condition, you can give a place if you want, and also you can give reasons. So just try to imagine, open your imagination here, and you can come up with a very short, enjoyable, and there is the point of course, the grammar here in your commercial. Okay. Now, since we are talking about commercials, let's just relate a little bit. Commercials are a kind or a way to advertise. Advertisements here, they are used for marketing. Now, what is the meaning of marketing? It means some people, factories, that are selling things to other people. The people who buy the things are called customers. And here, our customers usually is known, the word customer is usually related to the word shopping. So we have here, the word shopping is something that we are going to focus on here. We are going to just take, or I'm going to ask you some questions that concern your shopping personally. Now, the first question. How often do you do your shopping? Do you continually go shopping? Do you hate going shopping? Do you go once a week? Do you go once a month? Do you go 3 times, for example, a month? Here, this is a personal question. We have also, do you shop for pleasure? So some people, yes, they do shop for pleasure, which means they do not shop for important things, or they do not shop unless they need something. They shop anytime they want, just for pleasure. What are the things that you enjoy going shopping for? So this is different. Now, some people, they like going shopping for furniture. Other people for tools and for accessories at home. Some people, they like clothes. Some people, they like handbags and shoes. So it is different from one person to another. Another person may like to just go shopping for electronic devices. Whenever something new comes in the market, or it is new in the shops, he goes and buys it, or she goes. So here, it is different from one person to another. And some people, they do enjoy just to buy something just for the pleasure of buying. Have you ever maxed out your card? Maxed out here. What is the meaning of maxed out? So now I know that it is something that is associated with cards, bank cards. We have here the word maxed out. The word max in the phrase max out is short for maximum. A related expression is to the max, meaning to the maximum point. Now, when you have a bank account or you have a credit card, you have a limit to what you spend. So either it is your account number, if it is something in your credit, you have a limit, which is the maximum reach that you can reach for your card. So when I reach my limit and I spend all the money that I have here in this card, it means that I maxed it out. Max out comes from the word maximum, as we said, and we can just give the meaning in another word. We can say that it means to spend up to the limit. And just to add another information part here, it doesn't have to be associated with money. You can max out your battery. You can max out also the memory in your device, your computer, whatever. So anything that has reached the limit is something that we say, or we can say, maxed out. Now this guy, he seems happy. Now here, he is blowing his money away. And this is a question for you. Are you a person who blows money away? Now blowing here, as a word, a verb, it means the airflow that comes with something. It can be breathing, it can be a fan, it can be using a spray or something. So we have here the word blow away. Some people, they blow their money away, which means that they waste their money. They are spending the money in things that they do not need. It is not necessary, so they blow their money away. We have here maxed out, we have here blow, and after that we have, when you blow your money, you may end up broke. So if you are just spending and spending and spending your money, at the end you are broke. And here we can say that broke means out of money. So we have blow and broke, they are just one words. Maxed out is a phrase. And if you are broke, you will need money again. But what may happen? There's a big possibility. The next time you ask for money, your parents will ask you to beat it. So just imagine that your parents are giving you an allowance, or you are a parent and you are giving an allowance, and the money was blown away, or the card was maxed out, and then you just go and ask for money again. So here, your parents may say, what, beat it. Or you can just tell yourself that I have to go, I'll have to beat it before someone gets angry. Now these four phrases that I had here, they are actually the real part that we have. Now you can see that we have here beat it, which means leave quickly. And as I said, these four phrases, they are all a real talk part that we are used to in each unit. We give the real part, which is connected always with the conversation part. And now we can see that it is related to shopping, which we just discussed. So we are going to link all these ideas together, and we are going to start our lesson, which is the conversation lesson. Now here, the objectives of the conversation: answer questions and express opinions. The second objective is to give the meanings of words and expressions. To use real talk and specific phrases in sentences. Advise against something and give opinions. Now here, we're going to start with Farah and Amal. You can see that Farah and Amal, they are where? They are in a shopping mall. Now, the conversation is very short between Farah and Amal, and here we gave some kind of introduction for the real talk words that we have, so we are done with that. You are just going to focus on what kind of discussion are they having. So pay attention and let's start.
Wow. Look at all those bags. I wouldn't buy any more if I were you. I think you're going to regret spending so much money today. You bought 4 sweaters, 3 dresses, and 2 pairs of shoes.
Actually, I bought 3 pairs of shoes. But don't worry. I'm not buying another thing. I don't think I could carry anything else. And anyway, after all this shopping, I'm officially broke.
Let's go. So that you're not tempted to buy anything else. Hey, where are you going?
Look at this gorgeous sweater.
Didn't you just say you weren't going to buy another thing?
Yeah, but now I'm not so sure. I hardly have any red sweaters, and this one is adorable.
I thought you were broke. I would just walk away from it if I were you.
Well, I do have my credit card.
I don't think using your credit card is a good idea. Think carefully about it before you blow more money on more clothes.
You're right. I'd better not max out my credit card. Okay, I'm going to show some self-control. If I stay here another minute or two, I'll break down and buy it. So quick, let's beat it.
Okay, now we had the conversation between the two girls, Farah and Amal. You can now see what kind of discussion they are having between them. Now, which one do you think was wiser in her opinions? Was it Farah or was it Amal? So we have here, one was wiser, which is Farah. And our question here is, what was Farah's opinion about Amal's shopping? So Amal did a lot of shopping. She was buying for pleasure, which means that she didn't just buy things that she needed. And here, Farah, she didn't just encourage her or just kept quiet. She gave her opinion, but in another way. And then she said that we must leave so we won't spend more money, which means that she was advising her. She's her friend. She's not going to leave her, and she is advising her how to spend her money or how not to spend the money. Now here you can see that these are some phrases that Farah used, which are actually used for advising against something. So here, when I give advice or I am advising someone, it is my way to give my opinion, but it's not just an opinion. You are trying to help the other person with you. So the phrases are you sure you want to do that? And the second one, I don't think that's a good idea. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm afraid you're going to regret it if you, and you should think carefully before you. Now, if you notice, each one has a different kind of meaning, and they all have the same idea of the advice. The first one, are you sure if you want to do that? This is a question, but it's not just a regular question. It is a question for the other person to revise his or her thoughts. And the second one, I don't think that's a good idea. So this is a direct opinion that I do not agree. The third one, I wouldn't do that if I were you. It's like switching positions. And okay, I'm giving my idea. Can I do the same thing or not? I'm afraid you're going to regret it if. Here, there's a kind of idea to think about the future and what are the consequences, or if someone may regret something or not. The last one, you should think carefully before you do this or you do this. This is a direct advice. So these phrases, they are used all to advise against something, any kind of idea. And note that the four phrases that you used, or the four words that we used for real talk, some are phrases, some are not, they are also in the conversation between Amal and Farah. So we heard them talking using max out. We have here also the other words that we have. And you can just go back to the conversation. I want you just to focus on the book and try to recall what are the phrases, the real talk phrases that we have, and also try to take out the phrases that we have here from the conversation. Just go back and relook it again. And then comes your turn. What are you going to do? Role play with a partner. Imagine that you are about to do something that is enjoyable, but probably isn't a good idea, such as spending a lot of money on clothes, taking a nap when you should be studying, or eating a second helping of dessert. Your partner will try to convince you not to do it using the phrases for advising against something. So here, this is going to be your role. You are going to think about something. You can use either these examples or you can just come up with something else. And here, these phrases that we used to advise against are common phrases that we have heard before. It's not something new. Just try to come up with your conversations using the real talk and the phrases at the same time. So this is going to be a kind of assignment for you. And just to close up our lesson, we had the discussion about shopping. We listened, answered questions, and predicted meanings of words from the text. We also built, or you are going to build conversations using discussion phrases. And of course, don't forget to apply your real talk. So this is going to be our lesson for today. We had the conversation parts. Now we have the enough time just to combine between what we take in our lessons. Now you know something about advertising, about shopping. We have also about grammar. And now we have here, as you move, try to combine so you can prepare for the project in the end of the unit. Okay, so let's just focus on the real talk and the discussion, and we'll complete tomorrow.